Okay, it's time for a super fast intro to this. I'm going to do a trumpet tutorial on the song Postcards from Italy by Beirut. I'm going to tell you how to do it, each part. The first part sounds like this. Okay, that's the first part. The second part is the higher harmony to that, and that comes in like this. And it just repeats that. Then there is the third and final part, which is a lower part. That is this. Let me see if I can remember it. Hold on. Okay, it's this. And you put all three of those together. That's the first trumpet part. Okay, so now I'm going to break that part down and do the first part, which is pretty simple. It's just starts on C, trumpet C, concert B flat, and from there it's C to B. So, and then you go up to D and then back down to B. Then C, B, and then A. So when you put it all together, it is. And then you get to the little flourishy parts that are at the end of it. And that is just basically kind of doing kind of like an, I don't know, kind of like a turn on each note. So it sounds like this. Now, if you did each of the root notes of those turns, it would just be or B, A, G, F sharp. And then when you add the turns, I'll do it slow. It's like this. Okay, so that's the first part. Rewind it if you didn't catch something. And I'll have the notes down at the bottom. The higher melody to that is really simple. It consists of just three notes, E, D, and B. And this is that over and over again. So, again, that's E, D, E, D, E, D, B, and repeated like that. Then the third, lower melody, finally, is another really simple part consisting of just F sharp, G, A, back down to F sharp. Sounds like this. So again, really easy. Do that again really slow. F sharp, G, A, back down to F sharp. And I actually just remembered that I forgot something in the main melody of that, the first part that I played. The first time it does that turn thing, where it goes that, like I showed earlier. Then it alternates with doing this. Or F sharp. Hold on, let me do it again. F sharp, E, E flat, E, F sharp. So you got. Then you just repeat it. Okay, so that's the first part. All three melodies for that I did. Then let's see, the second part is a big fun horn line. That has a bass part and or I shouldn't say bass, the regular melody, and then it has two different harmonies, but they're not played at the same time, so there's technically only two parts for it. And the main part that leads it is... And that's pretty easy. You're just going up, not in a scale, but you're just going up note-wise. It's E, F sharp, G, A, B. And then from there you just go back down to A, and you go A, B, D, B, D, B. I think it's G. Or A. Yes. So D, B, D, B, G. A. The last note's A. Don't listen to me. I'm sorry. I'm going to do that again, slowly, because I confused myself there a little bit. And you can see my fingers here, so. And as I've heard it, he kind of puts on that last B a little bit of a downward kind of a fall in the tone. So it sounds like this. And that's just kind of like an air thing. You just kind of like bend the note with your air downwards. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you just experiment with it, it's pretty easy. Then there is a harmony part to that that's played the first time before Zach sings, and that goes like this. Basically, the whole part would be played like this. So basically, the only things that's different is the beginning and the end of that. The middle's the same. So you start on E and you go to D. And then you mimic what the first part's doing with the dB alternation there. Like that. Only instead of going back up to the D like I just did, you do this. Which is A, G, F sharp. And that just goes really nice in harmony with what the first part trumpet is playing there. So again, that sounds like this. Along with what he's playing in the first part. Now, then he sings a verse, and then it goes into the next trumpet part where the bass part's, the melody part, the first part, is still the same. Only the second trumpet is doing a little bit of something like this. You have to excuse my low E, it's very sharp. So basically what that is very similar to the harmony that you did before, but it starts on your high E. And goes down to the G just like before, only now you're going to go down to the low E and then do a B, A, G, F, G. So it sounds like this. So you can see it's just simple, just B, A, starts on B, and you go B, A, G, then you do a little turn again to A, back down to F sharp. And you go back up to the G at the end there, and then back up to the top E afterwards. Then you put it all together, and you have all the trumpet parts to the Beirut song, Postcards from Italy. I hope that was helpful. That might have been confusing. If you have any questions, just post it in a comment. I'll try to answer them. And maybe the notes will help when I put them in there. Alright, cool.